we are Bea and Helmut, and this is probably the craziest adventure since the invention of two-stroke mixture. Back in 2011, we've sold all our belongings, packed up our motorcycles and made the road our home for over 5 years. We battled our way through the vastness of Mongolia, almost got shot by Australian pig hunters, conquered 5,000 meter high mountain passes in the Andes and faced the race against winter in Alaska. Have we been scared when we left our home behind? Oh yeah, absolutely. Did we have any idea what challenges awaited us? Not the faintest. But did we ever regret it? Not for a second. It was a journey about borderline experiences, warm encounters and lessons only the road can teach. And now it's time for a new adventure, maybe the biggest of our lives. Once again, we've sold all our belongings and set off to face some of the toughest treks of Australia or even the world. But not with a car or a motorcycle, but with two 50-year-old 50cc two-stroke mopeds. And one thing is for sure, this won't be a boring ride, but another story about fears, dreams, freedom and the long road to get there. And this road starts in Brisbane.
Yay! We finally made it to Australia with our mopeds!
Well, due to organization, we are actually quite late for our planned route ahead, but better late than never. We flew to Brisbane roughly 2 weeks ago and we found a place to stay with Mark and Deborah, elderly couple with whom we already stayed back in 2013 on our motorcycle trip around the world. They're absolutely lovely and we have to say it's these kind of people that make such adventures possible. So thanks guys, absolutely for your kindness and your great hospitality. We freed the bikes from their wooden prison and because we were so late, we decided to air freight the bikes to Australia and that went very, very smooth. The company we've chosen for that was In Time from Hamburg and they ship all kind of goods, but specialized in shipping motorcycles all over the world. And they did a perfect job. They were very friendly, very, very helpful, so we can highly recommend them. I put a link into the description, so check them out if you want to ship something somewhere in the world.
Oh well, after over a week of bureaucracy and some difficulties on the Australian side, we finally had been able to clear the crate. The bikes just passed the biosecurity check and now we're good to go. It seemed that the Australian authorities, they don't really talk to each other, so this caused some misleading information and in the end the delay. But well, that's all part of the adventure. Now we're good to go and we're really looking forward to hit the road.
Once the bikes were ready to go, we left Brisbane on some windy roads to Mount Glorious, a popular destination for motorcyclists. From there we enjoyed a beautiful sunset ride to Somerset Dam, where we pitched our tent for the first time. The next morning we were woken up at sunrise by hundreds of birds chirping and singing. While Bea made coffee, I changed our sprockets to larger ones to increase our average speed for the long, mostly flat roads ahead. In Kilcoy, we had a break at the charming Exchange Hotel before our little mopeds saw their first dust on a small gravel road towards Kilkivan, where we were invited by the lovely couple Annie and Jock, owners of Handlebar Heaven campsite. The next day we continued north, following some inland roads through dry cattle country, small towns and a few curiosities along the way. The destination was Yeppoon, where this adventure begins. Well, the sun just started to come out, so it will be a beautiful, perfect day. We are still in Yeppoon. We've been here the last 10 days, really busy working on our metabolic detox documentary. We wanted to have it finished before our Australian adventure kicks off. So if you haven't watched it, the link is up here, so please check it out and we would really appreciate your feedback about it. It was a funny, a very exciting experience and project, so it's worth watching. For us, we are leaving today Yeppoon. The bikes are already packed, so I will go inside now and show you on the map what's the plan for the upcoming days. Of course, these days we are using a GPS to see where we are going, and also for planning as well. It's quite convenient to do it on the phone or even on the computer. But to have a better overview, we prefer to have a paper map as well. Maybe we are a bit old school, I don't know, but it's even easier to show you guys where we want to go.
The last couple of days we stayed a bit north of Yeppoon, and from here we're gonna start today. We have to cross through Rockhampton, which may take a while. Then we take the inland highway to Doringa, and from there we're heading north on a little gravel road up to Nebo. It's a tiny little town somewhere just inland in Queensland, and then from there we're heading further west to Claremont. And from Claremont we're taking the inland highway up north for about 200 km before we turn onto a little gravel road again, which leads us to a very famous camping and fishing spot, but more about it later on. And from there we're heading north to a tiny little gold mining town full of history, and then finally end up in Townsville. And even if it doesn't look much on the map, it's 1200 km we have to cover the next couple of days, and we have plenty of places to visit along the way.
So it will be super exciting and super interesting, but for today we have a little surprise at the evening and we have to prepare something for that, but more on that we show you later, because now it's time to hit the road.
Took a while, but now we are moving. Well, this is the driveway down here, which is like 1 kilometer long.
It was quite funny because when we booked this place on Airbnb, the landlady told us, oh, you're coming with the bikes, she's worried about the driveway, it's a bit rough and bumpy, and we said, that's alright, no problem. But yeah, well, to be honest, this driveway really is a bit rough and bumpy. There's a fence because there's a group of kettles living on this property. And you have to open and close it.
Well, I nearly fell over. We haven't ridden far and I already fell over. While getting off the bike. Well, I have to open this. It's a barbed wire, which can be a bit interesting. But I'll open it for the lady behind me.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you.
A rule is when you come to a gate that's closed, you close it again. When you come to a gate that's open, you leave it open.
Yeah, leave it as it was.
Well, that's the fun thing, because you can push the Kreidler so easily. It's very light. And still incredibly powerful. With this huge engine. Oh, we lever this up here. Tension it a bit. Well, I'm now on the wrong side. That was stupid.
I was just wondering, you're on the wrong side of the fence.
I'm gonna roll like I do it in the military, you know.
David is a bit confused this morning.
Well, yeah. So, ready to go again.
Okay.
I love this blue smoke.
The smell, the two-stroke smell.
You know, combined to the nature, the trees here, it's just fantastic.
So, here are the kettles that live on this property, but it's more like a hobby.
Oh, that's an Australian thing, that you have cattle for hobby. So, we are still on the driveway, you know?
Yeah.
That's still, well,
part of the property.
Part of the property. We are not at the front gate yet, which will turn up soon. Yeah.
A few days ago when I went to the supermarket, I saw a kangaroo right here crossing the road, little one. So there is the main gate.
There we go, that's the main gate.
I will open it for you.
Oh.
Now it's my turn.
You want to see me riding through there, because my bike looks so good. Right?
Ah, that's not true. So in this special case, we need to lock the gate afterwards because the landlady told us so. So we'll do it.
So, bye-bye. Bye-bye, you poon. See you sometime later, maybe again.
Open the window, set yourself free. You're never alone when you follow a dream. Breathe it all out now, your hair in the breeze. You can run, 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 you can fly away, you can be. Oh, we wander, oh, we roam. We take the road, we make our home. Together, we're never alone. We take the road, we make our home.
We made it to Westwood. Yeah, it's a bit west of Rockhampton. Nothing too spectacular, the road is busy. We just had a stop for peeing. Well, most of the time on our travels I spend time in front of supermarkets or on, well, toilet houses, toilet rooms.
That's not true.
Well, did you actually pee there?
No.
It looks like.
No, the water tap was just very...
She's leaking, kind of. Well, we keep going. Still a few Ks to go, but we actually make good progress. So we are
confident that we will make it to
the place we want to be today evening.
This is the Capricorn Highway, and as you can see, it's pretty much straight and kind of boring. It's a lot of cattle country, or even horses right now, but most of it are cattles here. It's pretty flat. Quite a bit of traffic though, but we still enjoy the ride. Being away from the computer is really, really nice. So we are really looking forward to do some bush camping this evening. Well, right now we stocked everything up. We are good on fuel, we are good on two-stroke oil, we are good on food, we are good on water, we are good on everything. We are absolutely overloaded, kind of very, very heavy, and it's quite chaotic, we have to say, still. So we have to find a good solution, you know, for the longer, remoter stretches to, well, to tidy everything a bit up. The bike is rideable. I put the camping, the tent bag in the front now, and the water in the back, which is a lot better. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah, well, I think we will sort it out at some point, because it's, when I think of all our other trips, and especially if we have a new vehicle, a new setup, then at least in our case, it needs some time to just find out where everything goes, what makes sense, and we're still in this finding process, I would call it. So
for now we are going to Thuringia, right, Bea?
Yep, we have another 50 k's to go to Thuringia. Then we have to fill up, because we have a stretch of roughly 300 k's. Oh, there's a car, red car. Stretch of roughly 300 k's without a gas station. We can make it with the mopeds, that's no problem, but because we did already 100 something until Thuringia from where we filled up last time, we definitely need to fill up before we turn off the main highway and onto the gravel road.
So let's do this, and then we're gonna head to the Mackenzie River. This is Thuringia. Well, the last kilometers the sun was coming out, and that makes it so much nicer, you know, the landscape, it's just more colorful.
Yeah, the grass is greener.
The day is brighter. Well, we're gonna fuel up here quickly, and then we're gonna go, because we have another 25 k's to go to the campsite we want to stay for the night, and the sun here, well, we are still in Australian winter time, and the sun sets here very quick, very early, so roughly around 5:30, and at 6 it's like pitch dark, and we want to, yeah, well, find a good camp spot during daylight, you know, and that makes it just so much easier. So fueling up, get going again.
So this signs here, because we talk about rest area a lot, and we are not used to rest areas in Germany, but here you can see like a toilet, there's picnic benches, sometimes they even have, I think back there they have a free gas barbecue, and also water, drinking water sometimes even. So I think we have to go right here. There's the gas station. And that's really nice, especially for us with the bikes, that these facilities are offered by the communities, because that makes our stops a lot more comfortable.
If we need a quick stop, you know, like bush camping, of course, somewhere in the middle of nowhere on a river or lake is even nicer, but still these rest areas there are well maintained and quite good. So let's open this one and then just get a little bit of fuel inside here. Unleaded, do you want to have diesel? I think we should get the 98 one, because then we have like 0.2 horsepower more.
That will make a huge difference, I'm sure. So how much is it? 4 liters. Oh, it's quite expensive here. It's 1.99, and when you fueled up in Yeppoon, it was 1.37. Yes. But we read that when it gets even remoter, then it's 2.60 to 2.70 per liter. That's quite expensive.
You pay and I put in the oil.
Yep. So we have enough oil?
Yes.
Or do we need some more?
Well, the oil is good for the next 800 kilometers or 700.
Ah, yeah,
and
that's plenty.
There, just before we will be in Clermont.
Yeah.
And they have for sure 2-stroke oil. Yeah, that's a bit of a, well, not a struggle, I would say, but you always have to keep it in mind when you do a certain distance that you need to carry 2-stroke oil.
Ta-da. Number 5, please. Thank you. Bye.
Keep going.
Yep. Here we go again. For a short second I wanted to ride on the right hand side, like back in Germany, but then it was like, no, left.
If you enjoyed watching this episode, please like, subscribe and leave us a comment.
And if you want to support future episodes, just hit the thanks button here on YouTube. Your support is greatly appreciated.
And now, back to the adventure.
Back on red soil. How cool is that? You know, look at this color. That's so typical for Australia. At least for us, that's Australia, you know, this red soil. And I really love it. We have 18 kilometers to go, so not much, but we keep pushing. Well, we try to find a nice camp spot along the river, pitch up the tent, and then we're gonna start with our little evening surprise. And to be honest, it's also a surprise for me, because every now and then we both go shopping and no one knows what the other has bought. So I don't know what Bea wants to prepare for dinner, and she doesn't know what I've bought. So she just said I should get the sides and that's what I did. I was responsible. I'm a responsible buyer, shopper. So I'm very curious right now. Very excited.
I think there are some cows in front of Helmut. So we're really in cattle country now. And this is big properties around us. And so every now and then we pass a grid and a fence. And in between the cattle can just run free. Let's see what they think about the sound of a two-stroke Kreidler riding through their paddock. Getting a bit slower because when this big fella decides to start running, I don't want to be in his way. Good day, fella. Good day. Good day. Yep, all good. Probably he's quicker than me.
I love it. You know, you open the throttle just up the hill and the bike is pulling like anything. Heaps of torque.
Actually, nothing happens.
We are close. Very close. We are by the river. Probably it's totally overfilled, you know. Totally crowded. No spot left for these poor Germans.
You never know.
You never know, yeah.
But so far there was not a single car on this road, so...
That's a good sign. Yeah, because they're already all camping.
Yeah, it could be. Because the Australians, of course, they stop a lot earlier, maybe around 4. So they have daylight while cooking and everything.
They get drunk early, have a good night's sleep and get up early. So that's their cycle of life.
That makes sense.
So now we are there. There must be the river. It's impressive how these colors are changing, you know? It was deep red, now it's white, kind of. That's very amazing.
I read that they built a new bridge. It's brand new. I think it just was finished at the beginning of this year. And I think the campsite, maybe we should have taken the left road.
Yeah, well,
No,
let's have a look.
Sure.
Oh,
Let's
look
see.
at that. Well, that's Becky. Holy shit.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
But how do we get off the road? I thought that we might take one of the side roads to get down there.
So we're gonna go over there with a huge... Ah, there's a track down there. I can see. There, that's the place we wanna be. It looks a bit sandy.
It is, I read about it, that a lot of cars pulling a caravan got blocked there.
Which side of the river or the bridge you want to go? It's your choice. Say it quick.
I think both look pretty nice. Maybe right hand side is less sand, but
So we try left.
I thought you were gonna say that.
No, left is more beautiful. So yeah, there's the turn off. Down to the river. Oh wow, look at that. Well, we have to push up the bikes tomorrow probably.
Because it's so steep.
Yeah, it's, well, steep, well, yeah. I think you can struggle with a caravan in the back, towing it up here will be... But it's the soil, the ground is hard.
Ooh,
No problem at all. So where do we go?
that looks bumpy.
I will give you a hand as soon as I found a spot for me. Oh, that's not so solid. I'm not sure if I'm in the first gear. Yeah, the problem is I can't park the bike because it probably will fall over.
Maybe you try right next to the tree on the right hand side?
I think I have to push it.
What is that doesn't look like proper off-road riding right now. Now I know why they wrote that it's quite deep sand. Am I in first gear?
Yeah, I had the same problem. That's when the small sprocket comes handy. I help you pushing as soon as I found a place to park my bike. Because that's the problem. I lean it over here on the tree. Oh, that's perfect.
Maybe you can push a little bit. You just leaned it next to the...
Yeah, to the wood.
Well, it is really sandy here.
Hang on.
Oh yeah? I found something already.
Road sign.
Park it here.
Would you mind to push a little bit?
I think we picked the perfect spot. I mean, look at this, guys. The trees right next to the river. The sun is still up. It's just so beautiful here, and a lot of birds in the trees, and they make these funny noises. Like this is a white kakadu flying around in the back of Helmut. So it's just an awesome place. It was a bit tricky for us to get down here because the road is a bit bumpy, and then they have a really deep sand section down here, and we still have the big sprocket in, so we have not much power in low gear, which made it a bit hard. But now we set up tent already, and I think soon I will prepare my dinner, and yeah, will be interesting what I have in mind for tonight. So stay tuned.
Well guys, this is really just stunning. The sunsets over there, absolutely beautiful. We have birds everywhere. We're the only ones here, which is fantastic as well. So the whole bush here we have just to ourselves. We're gonna light up a campfire now. The tent is already pitched and pitched up, and then yeah, well, we're gonna start cooking and prepare dinner.
So the campfire is already burning, and I bought some really fancy stuff for dinner tonight, because even if we're traveling only with small motorcycles, we want to have something really delicious to eat. So we will have burgers grilled over the campfire.
Wow.
We will have potatoes that go into the campfire as well. Burger buns, of course, salad and cheese for the buns. Then I bought some halloumi cheese for vegetarian burger option as well. And for dessert, I bought bananas filled with Snickers.
Oh wow! Well, look at these burger patties. You know, they are huge, and
They look
grass-fed
beautiful.
Australian beef burgers. So that
Yummy.
will be absolutely delicious.
So your part was the side dish.
Well, that's a surprise because you just told me to get a griller. So I expected that you just buy some ordinary meat and we're gonna throw it over the fire. But that's really, really fancy. So it actually fits perfectly to what I've bought.
What have you bought?
Well, a perfect side, I get it.
Oh no, I can see it already. I expected some salad or...
I bought a six-pack.
Yay!
Well, that's just water and hop. So very...
Healthy. Yeah.
Cheers!
Cheers, guys.
And it fits perfectly to the burgers. So now we're gonna cook up the burgers, prepare them, and then we're gonna see you guys when they are finished. And I will tell you, you're gonna be jealous, that's for sure. A little tip for motorcycle traveler or even, I don't know, bike traveler. As we really have limited room, we can't carry a lot of luxuries, you know. But this kind of griller is really important to me because, like, Australia is for me, it's bush camping, it's wilderness, it's vastness, it's, you know, it's campfires as well. And there I would like to have every now and then a beautiful barbecue. So it was the easiest way for us to get like one of these hamburger grillers from, well, it's from BCF or something like that. And I will take it apart tomorrow morning and we just carried the small piece of it for the future. The other piece we're gonna give away. But that's already enough, you know, that's a perfect griller. And if you have a couple of stones or a couple of pieces of timber, you just place it next to the fire. And to regulate the heat, you just pick a few pieces of coal, you know, out of the campfire, place it underneath the griller, and then you put it on top and you have a perfect barbecue.
The burgers are almost ready, so it's time to prepare the dessert. And grilled bananas with chocolate filling is really one of the most delicious and most simple things you can do. You just cut through the banana, just make sure the lower part isn't cut through, and then you open it up, and then you can fill it with almost anything. Chocolate, peanut butter, whatever you like. So I bought some Snickers today and I just chuck them in there. 2 in here. And well, the banana is pretty small compared to the Snickers, but I don't mind having more Snickers than banana. Okay, in here. And when the banana gets hot, it gets soft and the taste is even stronger and the chocolate melts and it's so delicious, really, and it's so simple. You just wrap it in aluminium foil. Oops, lost one of my Snickers. Okay, and the other one. And then in the campfire. 1, 2, takes a couple of minutes and then they're ready. So 2 beers later and the burgers are ready, and really I have to say they look fantastic. I mean, look at them. I think you can't buy a more beautiful burger in any restaurant, in any 4-star restaurant.
And well, we have the romance of a campfire and being out in the bush anyway.
Yeah.
Sunset.
I'm really hungry now and I really want to start eating.
That's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna call it a day. And well, sometimes you just have to get out and get out of your comfort zone, get out of your armchair and ground yourself and get a new perspective on life. And that's actually exactly what we are gonna do now. Welcome to Time to Ride. We are Bea and Helmut, and this is probably the craziest adventure since the invention of two-stroke mixture. Like, subscribe, and we're gonna catch you on the next episode. But the best is yet to come, so stay tuned for our outtakes.
It's upside down. She had the map on wrong.
I had it upside down. I was just focusing on the camera. And from there.
Well, I've lost the phone. I've lost the rope. We would say in German. I've lost the
But
line.
at the end of the day, we have more outtakes than proper content.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if our road captain knows where we are going.
Yes, Google knows.
Ah, okay. Well, I don't need Google, I have a woman.
Your woman has Google.
Down by the river, we are nearly there. I'm singing so beautiful that it's actually unbelievable.
This is as good as it gets. Well, guys, this is as good as is.
So burgers are almost ready. It's time to. Burgers are almost ready, so it's time to prepare.
Welcome to TimetoRide. We are Bea and Helmut, and this is probably the craziest adventure since the invention of two-stroke oil mixture.
All pretty good.
We take the road, we make our home. You can run, you can fly.
Want to be part of the adventure?
For business enquiries, please email us at info@timetoride.de.
Away, you can